Join me as I introduce to you my beautiful heirloom collection planner folio in Madrid. Welcome back to Stories and Stationery, y'all. Let me tell you what just happened. I filmed an entire unboxing video for my brand new cloth and paper heirloom collection leather folio in Madrid, large size. And I had about a good 30-40 minutes of the video until I went to close it and conclude it and realized that I was not filming. So that is why I generally do not have unboxing content for you on this channel. I'm still trying to find my way. I'm still a very small channel, and so happily I can make mistakes. So what I want to do is I'm going to unbox or give you some a little bit of what I brought earlier on that you're going to miss. And then I want to talk about some of the similarities and differences between the heirloom collection and the conscious collection for cloth and paper. And then I want you to see how I'm using both folios this May, June, and beyond. Okay, great. Let's get into it. Oh, I almost forgot. See, this is what happens when you don't film for a long time. If this is the kind of content that you think that you would be interested in, that you would enjoy, tell your neighbor and a friend. Like and subscribe to the videos. Drop a comment below. I answer every single one. Engagement is the only way that busy bees like you and me will ever take notice of the channel. Thanks. Let's get into it. So, my order came in this gorgeous box. The box reminds me of a book or a planner. So it is fully sealed, but you do have this gap all around. It is a very beautiful box. When I got my Conscious Collection folio in clay last year, I kept the box. The box is at the top of my closet. And so this is a box that is also very luxe. You have the embossed cloth and paper logo, made in Spain. So as you know, Spain is where many of the luxury houses actually have their leather factories. If you look at Tanner Leatherstein on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, you know, he will tell you that some of the best leather houses are in Spain. And let me tell you, this lives up to its reputation. I would say that of the 3 products I've purchased from Cloth and Paper, I have a Conscious Collection folio in clay. I have the Valencia bag, and I am trying to remember the color. It is the color most similar to clay, and I'm going to show it to you for comparison in a minute. Let me tell you, this folio has me wanting the Valencia bag in the color of the folio. So let me show you. So it came just beautifully wrapped in, you have this cloth and paper seal, and you barely can see it. It's very, very, very faint. And shout out to Aisha, Planner Girl Rock. She advises, you know, she's one of the consultants at Cloth and Paper and community engagement people. And she teaches us that just save everything. Well, all your planning stuff, save everything. So this is a seal that I'm going to place on a piece of paper where it can be reused because it just came lovely. This is very thick parchment paper. I'm a baker and a cook, and it just goes really nicely. And here is the folio itself. I just want to zoom in just so you can see this, because yes, yes, and more yes. This is very high quality leather. The scent of it, the feel, the stitching is even. I have to tell you, one of the reasons I did not invest in the Heirloom collection last year is because, you know, there were a few people who complained about their crafts. For instance, if I were one of those folks, I would say, oh look, there's a little extra red there, like see how it's, you know, like, what does this mean? It's not high quality. And it's because I'm someone who buys and invests in high quality bags. It's like, no, this is genuine. Like, you can smell it. You can see that it's not something that is completely mass produced. Yeah, this is leather from Spain. It is the real deal. It is the real article. This is yes, and yes more. Okay, so I absolutely love the outside. The feel of it is incomparable. It is so soft. And then if you look on the inside, it is just, and see, you got a preview because you know, you didn't get the initial unboxing. I'm sorry. You can see I have disc rings. You can tell discs have been here. I should have, if I were a more experienced YouTuber, I would have, you know, or had a production team, you know, those huge channels with thousands of followers or more, you know, I would have, you know, but you see how cool that was. And then of course there are a couple of other things that I'm trying to there's my planner brooch backing. So I'm trying to, because I want to set it up again for you just so you can see how I'm using this and how, don't worry, my Conscious Collection one is not going to be left out in the cold. So let's show you some of the features. I'm just trying to get that brooch back out and I think I am losing the struggle. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. All right. So lost it a little bit there. Going to move that. Okay, now this is as I received it. I did throw away the package that the back folio is in, so let's talk about it. All right, so this is the folio that you're going to get. This is the inside cover. All cloth and paper folios in large, I believe, are like this. Since I do have the Conscious Collection, one in clay, I have the Heirloom collection now, one in Madrid. Instantly, you could just tell why this costs what it costs and why, you know, I mean, the smell of it is just, I mean, it's leathery. It's a leather smell. It's awesome. The color, the dye is super rich. This is a rich wine, dark burgundy. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon, you know, outside, and then the inside is, you know, pretty much Merlot. You know, sorry if you don't drink and I'm using wine terms. Think plums, think really deep cranberry. That's what we have here. It's sort of a rich red cranberry brown. So that's what you have here. It's perfect. You do have 7 business card slots, and you can put business cards here, stickies here, clips, you know, notes, and of course, like a lot of us in the planner community do, you can also decorate them. And I'm going to shift over some of my decor that you saw in the previous video. So on the back cover, you do have, just the back cover does have a pin loop. I said, because I knew I was going to forget to talk about the pin loop, because remember last time I told you I got so spoiled by the elastic pin loops from Jane's Agenda that I just, with this pin loop, I was like, I can't do anything with this. And now I have a better setup because of the cloth and paper, you know, the pin elastic clips or elastic bands that you can put on the folios. Okay, I want to talk about the difference between this back cover and the back cover that is part of the Conscious Collection that I received last year. So when I purchased my Conscious Collection folio last year, as you saw in the last video, we just had the 8-disc punch. But if you've been following CMP products, they now have the option of, you can use these folios for both the disc bound planners or for rings. So this is also punched for A5 rings. And upstairs in my archives, I do have A5 rings if I ever decide to switch over to A5. Right now, I'm 4.5 years, and thousands of dollars invested in discount planning, just between Happy Planner, Jane's Agenda, Cloth and Paper, and all these other companies. And I'm sure over time it's been more than, it's been more than several $100s. It's been a lot. So I think I will stick with my discs for now. Thank you. But I'm so happy to have this option. And I love the silver embossed Cloth and Paper. I wish they had embossing and not debossing. I'm going to emboss, my name in silver here. I'll just have to see where I can get, anywhere where leather embossing is done. I wish they would offer that service, but, because people can sometimes be persnickety, I get why they might be very cautious. The pockets are very deep. The leather or the suede on the back, it goes all the way back for both sides. Like, you have suede. Like, this is suede, giving suede. And so what I want to do is just show you how I'm going to set this up. First, I am going to transfer the very setup that you just saw in my work planner update. Remember this book, this really cool book with the ensemble dashboard, the silver discs, and both fluted dashboard clear covers. So you have, that's just neat. I'm sorry. Like, sometimes you just have to admire your own handiwork. It's just really, these were good choices. And I think many of us who received the ensemble dashboard, who had the fluted dashboards, and have been following Cloth and Paper products, we kind of all had a collective eureka moment, and we just all put things together. I did also get the blue fluted dashboards a few months ago, but they're called tinted, but they're blue. I was sore because I couldn't get the what was it called? Oh, the LeBlanc dashboard that was blue and white. And as I said, I did a whole video with hundreds of views with this navy blue planner. My work computer has a navy blue floral cover. Like, I do a lot of blue because it's my favorite color. I was just really annoyed, and I couldn't get it either time because I was so busy at work, and I would just go into the website by the evening, and those planner girls have completely taken up the ensemble dashboard that is with a white background and that sort of silvery, beautiful, shimmery blue embroidery. That was annoying, but it's a small thing in life. So I just archived it. So this is what I did when I got them. I just made up a book real quick. And these are a couple of Jane's Agenda dashboards. So this is a record player. This is a camera lens. And let me see if you can see them a little better. So I think she had released that at the beginning of the year. So I just want you to see what I did. So yeah, see, it looks completely different. That's a record player, it's giving mid-century here, right? And then this is a camera lens, long range lens, and let's see, there you go. It's giving both sides. And then I have some Levenger paper, gold paper here. But because I didn't get the LeBlanc, I was just not feeling it. I was annoyed. And then I do have the tortoiseshell disc. But again, I just, it was like, it was kind of a letdown not to be able to get that dashboard because I had a whole look in mind. But right now, this is just sitting in my archives until I can figure out a new plan, or if I see something new, or figure out some other things in my collection. So let me lay that aside. That was then, this is now. So I am going to place the back cover that comes with in my current setup. That looks pretty cool. And I am going to just bend it slightly, and I'm going to slide it And I always do, there's a frosted side and there's a crystal clear side. Use the crystal clear side against the because it slides easier. So let me shimmy it in because it's meant not to move, and there you go. So that just looks like it was meant to be here. You see it? You see? This looks like it was made to be. Then I'm going to do it pretty quickly this time because, you know, as you can see, I've done this before because it's like, it just messed up. It didn't work very well the first time. Happily, the video's still recording. May it continue. All right, so I learned that during the first go round, I learned that this journaling card that I put in the third card slot in the Conscious Collection folio, I have to put it in the fourth unless I want to cut it down. You can always cut this, you know, use a paper cutter or use your scissors and just cut this part if you're just using it for a quick grab and what day is it. But for me, I don't know, I'm lazy. At least I should say I'm not lazy at all. Like, people know me, know I'm quite the opposite. It is the end, the bitter end of the academic year here. And so it's just got to be what it is for now. We're going to go simplistic, y'all. All right. I am going to add somewhere. I do have, or I dropped. I got it. I'm so pleased with myself. The planner brooch and the planner backing, because you want to see what I do with that. I have enough, I am enough, I do enough card. Let me switch that around. I have enough, I am enough, and I do enough. Okay, so this is the planner brooch. Remember I talked about the gold brooch set from the Black Friday sale 2024. That was $60. This was $15. And you know, I think that Cloth and Paper knew that we are all keeping our powder dry given the times. So I'm gonna put that I have enough, I do enough, I am enough card. I love these translucent journaling cards or affirmation cards from May Paper Company. Shout out. And I have been using them all year. I will add that here with the planner brooch, because I just love that. And I like the planner brooch because it came out with the front row collection, and that collection really, I wish there were, if they had pushed, if the writing were down, it would be, but I'm just going to secure it with a clip too. The front row collection was all about fashion, you know, like spring fashion week or something like that. So I'm going to slide this brooch down. Just pray it doesn't go anywhere because it was okay. Yeah, because that's at the bottom of the pocket. I think that'll work nicely. I am going to secure that with another clip. Let me see. Yep, just y'all gotta watch me work now. It is coming along. Okay, so one of the lighter color ones I'm gonna put down here. So I have light in the front, dark in the back. As I said in the last video, I got these from Ollie Clip on Etsy, and I'm so bad. I need to write down these things now that I'm actually planning actively. I need to actually put these things in notes. So what I did here, this is a setup from, this is not Cloth and Paper stuff. This is Jane's Agenda and Infinite Lotus. This is an Infinite Lotus little card we got. This says Book Lover, which is pretty cool. That's me. And we got that in the bibliophile box from, I want to say it was from March. And then I just put this to do here card here because I wanted this layered look, but the way that it worked, it was like they were not the same length or size, so it was just easy to clip them. And if I were a smarter planner, I would have glued them. The old me, when I was a new planner, I would have glued them, but I was busy this term. Also, I want to tell you the Ollie Clip magnets are so strong, as you saw, I think, in other videos. I have this Ollie Clip way back here, and it is just, it magnetized, like magnetized right there. And this is maybe, I have a fluted planner, several dashboards, and a whole section between them. So this puppy isn't going anywhere, good people. So I'm just trying to open up an ollie clip here, and I'm using the backs of them so I don't have the logos and all that, you know, just a little bit of a moment in the beginning of this planner. And I just want to put that there. And I'm going to put this one in the middle. And I think maybe I am going to wait on my, yeah, I like that look. Do I want it here or do I want it behind? No, I have too much going on in that pocket. That's where the planner brooch bottom is. I don't want that falling. Okay, so this is what I have so far. This is probably going to change as I get other things or think about it, but that's good for now. And then I have to tell you, I am, oh my gosh, y'all, let me tell you, this Valencia bag is in Madrid and it is the same color as this planner. Now, I actually did get a Valencia bag. I am terrible because I need to know the name of this Valencia bag, and currently my phone is filming. I am on this, I'm using my computer in order to know what I'm filming, and I just need to know what's going on here. So let me just check it out while I show you the beautiful Valencia bag. I'm just going to throw it on top real quick. So this is my Valencia bag. And I want to as a reminder, it is just about the same color as the clay Folio collection. So you could put a CP Petite in, you could put the HP Mini in, and I have to do a better video, or as I learn how to film, you know, this is just one of their best matches. It's so chic, and I love this color bag. The interior leather seats in my car are like this. Yo, it is just amazing. I am going to talk about the pros and cons of this bag. Oh, and I also have I'm telling you, I've been a good first year cloth and paper girl. It's like, you know, I'm telling you, you want to be me. So this was the April box collection. We had the travel notebook. I did put a wrong Black Girl Magic sticker in. And then we got the cloth and paper patch. And everything else is just stuff from my collection. We have the travel notebooks, and this bag was the main thing, previewing the video I'm going to do about the Valencia bag, is this bag is just enough, and also it is a tad smaller. I tend to be a big bag girl. Remember my motto? I like big bags and I cannot lie. So I really have to slim down when I'm in this bag. I do carry my asthma medication with me, but I really can't carry, for instance, in my totes, I have, you know, a pouch. I think I either put a CMP pouch in here. I also have a little Coach pouch, you know, like with all my, on the go not toiletries. You don't need toiletries, but hand sanitizer, lotion, pill, like pain pills like Tylenol, and stuff like that, gum. And this is like, it's open and it's also a bag, but it feels great. It really does feel like a Conscious Collection great bag. I do have some notes if they want to take notes from me about what I would do next time with this. But anyway, I do love the bag. But anyway, I say all that to say I got it. I've been carrying it. I've been grumbling because I am like this oversized tote girl, but carrying the bag. But let me tell you, girls, guys, and theys, I absolutely need this bag that matches this folio. This moment, I'm telling you, this is a successful marketing moment, because I am just like, wait a minute, how do I get this bag? Because like, this is the folio color and that's the bag in Madrid. And I still do think it's in stock because people are being a little bit better at watching pennies during this, terrible historical moment than I am. Okay, and then funny thing is, the bottom of the Valencia bag, grab my, so I may end up getting this bag and I'll let you know how it goes if I do. But that is a moment, And I am going to do a Valencia bag video. I said, yeah, I mean, my planning videos are doing all right, but I have a lot of bags and I have a lot of opinions about bags. So I said, maybe this could be stories, stationery, and handbags, a channel. So y'all, I just really am loving. This is just, I feel like I'm a grown girl. A grown lady. I am going to pair this with the Pentel Energel pen. I absolutely love this pen. I have pen loves, as you know, like every other month I'm telling you about a different pen I love. This is one I've been grabbing since that January box, and maybe I can find a full box of them. I think that's going to be I like using it to highlight, to underline things. I like the click. You hear me clicking? I tend to like clicker pens over pens that have caps, like capped pens. They're just not, something that I am really super into. So I'm still a little worried about this badge coming off. I'll have to think about that, but that's a me problem. I do like it there, but I'm gonna just see. Fortunately, my route between home and work or campus tends to be pretty well traversed, and this is summer, so if it falls off a lot at home, I'm gonna think about where I might put this instead. Maybe I should put it up here between, but that's another video for another time. I do have a couple of new sticker packs I'm going to stick in, along with this memento envelope. I hope Siapu never stops giving us these envelopes. We have the index page flags, which I've been using since last year. They're absolutely lovely. We also do have the bar stickers and time block stickers that I did get as a treat with this order. And I'm going to stick those in. Let's see, will they stick in? Yep. So see how much I got in? I always like to show you all, like, I don't do unboxings, but I want to show you how, like, somebody who is super busy in her life uses this stuff. For real, right? And then we close it, but we're not done, because I want to show you how I am going to dress this up. So I did get the signature clip. And I think that the best pop for this is the white cloth and paper pen holder and Folio. Man, I am making up my own name for their product, and I know that, they wouldn't be pleased, but nobody watches my videos, so I don't mind. I will say that, if you put stuff here, you do get like a little bumpy bump here. So if you don't want that, then, like, for instance, I wonder if I move this, yeah, that's less bumpy, to the back. So I think I might stick the memento pouch in the back, because nobody's gonna be looking at the back as much, because when you have to sometimes you gotta pop out and show them at work. You hear me? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them, and this is something that's gonna pop out and show them. All right, so that side, it just, even my page flag takes, y'all, just, that's, yes. The one thing that I did notice when I was filming this before is that I really haven't used this much, and I think I need to put a stitch down here. This came in our, I'm gonna say came in the February box. And at the time, I really didn't need it, because, as you know, the Jane's Agenda folios have a class on the side. And I wish that they had the foundations collection, but I wish they had foundation, because for those of us in disbound. But until they do, I am super happy to take this to campus with me for some of my meetings tomorrow. This is what is up. Okay, so you may be wondering what I'm going to do with the clay Conscious Collection folio, which I have right over here. I will say that both are extremely lovely pieces. I am happy that I am, the owner of both. And now I have 3 in this size in addition to my chain stitches. So I don't need to buy any more agenda cover. I just don't, or notebook covers. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back out a box that you have seen on this channel before. I love this archive box. I have put all kinds of stuff in it. It keeps changing. I don't put what I should, which is my planner from last year. That's what's supposed to go in here, but it's not there. Those are my planner guides. I think that's a James Agenda insert. No, this is from Happy Planner. So I just have something from everybody child in here. I thought originally when I got this, I was going to put I was going to just keep using this for my work planner, but when I saw this, y'all, I got to take this to work and flex. But look at how well, ignore that. That was just something falling off. Look at how well our ensemble notebook, remember that? Our ensemble notebook from the March box slides right in. It is an A5 notebook, and as you know, A5 fits. Yep, A5 notebooks fit half letter like a glove. So now for the summer, I'm going to have an amazing notebook that I can do mind mapping, brain dumping, and all kinds of fun things in. I am going to place this C&P loop back on here. I'm going to have to tighten it after the video because, of course, it's slimmer. This feels happier now because there's a little bit more give, I will say, in the genuine leather. And then I do have my last signature clip that I can add to this. And this is gonna be just make it pop. Here, let me show you what I'm doing because I know I'd like to do stuff off camera. I'm so used to not being a filmer. And this is, man, cloth paper said, you're not gonna get our clips, child, unless you bought them. Like, you cannot just slip these out of the box. Like, that is my handiwork. Normally I'm neater opening things, but it wasn't happening this time. So yeah, I just really am super pleased. Feels like a treat. I am up for full professor by the time this video posts. Who knows, maybe I will have gotten the word. Currently, I'm 8 days away from, hearing if it's official or not. It's at the very highest level. So I've passed all the other levels and feeling pretty good about myself. Yeah, so you see, this is really, I'm just in it now. I mean, me and cloth paper in it for life. I'm just like, ooh, Eb, you're in this. This does come with, the folio does come with a leather care card. So it talks about how to care for leather. If you carry leather bags, you probably know some of this. You do have an authenticity card. So I have my authenticity card that is here, and it kind of tells you, hey, this is a cloth and paper, item, and this is the number of item that this is in this collection. And yeah, this is, oh, you can't see that. That's not very, this is so funny. I always do these like moves as a new YouTuber. I was like, and yeah, and you're like, I cannot see any of that. So yeah, I think that this is just really, really, really nice. I'm pleased. I am excited to use these products. I think that they are going to be so worth it. And I look forward to sharing more with you in due course. As I said, I've been a very, very bad girl, but these are very, very good products, and they are worth the expense, and they are worth the investment. All right, I think that is it for today. I look forward to bringing you all kinds of new content. Like I said, please do stay tuned to this channel, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.